Welcome to week 4, which is our heart chakra check-in of our 8-week chakra check-in. So this is where we move from safety and connection and power to, the love stuff, the stuff that connects us to all other people and beings. So as with the previous weeks, we'll do a little mindfulness, little kind of self check-in, guided meditation. We'll move on to just a little bit of physical movement, and then we'll end with about a 10-minute yoga nidra, focused again on just feeling those feelings of love. So to start, let's bring our hands into what is my favorite mudra. This is Fearless Heart, or Abhaya Hridaya Mudra. And to do this, we bring our hands in front of us, cross your right wrist over your left. This is a little fancy footwork. We're going to wind our pinky fingers around each other, middle finger and index finger, and then the ring finger is still loose. The ring finger connects to the thumb. So if you take a look at this, it looks a little like an anatomical heart, kind of fun. So again, it's ring finger, middle finger, and index finger are wrapped one finger around the other. The ring finger touches the thumb. And then we just bring this right in front of the heart space. Start my watch as well. And then from here, if you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes or just soften your gaze. Find your way, if you're not in a comfortable seated position, to a comfortable seated position that can be on the floor or on a chair. And start to bring your attention to your breath. Imagining for our practice today that the breath is coming straight into the heart space and then back out. And take a few rounds of breath just like this, breathing in and out. And as you sit and breathe here, I'll ask you just a few questions. And you don't need to answer out loud, just listen to the question and ask yourself, and listen for the answer within yourself. So the first one is, what do I love? And allow yourself to visualize whatever that is. Allow the image of what you love to form in your mind. And then the next question for our little mini self-inquiry this evening is, when have I felt loved this week? And then the final question is, where have I shown love this week? When have I expressed love? And your fingers might be getting a little workout, so we're going to release this mudra. Give your fingers a wiggle, and you can bring your hands right in front of your heart or wherever else you like. And we'll just move this into a meditation. And so this is directing love, directing loving kindness, both to ourselves and to people around us. I'll just repeat phrases after me as I say them. The first one is, may I be happy. May I feel healthy. May I experience peace. And may I know freedom from suffering and harm. And then for this evening, we're not going to take this too far outside our immediate circle, but bring to mind again someone or something that you love. And we'll direct the same thoughts to that person. So just thinking to yourself, directing to them, may you be happy. May you feel healthy. May you experience peace. May you know freedom from suffering and harm. Then you can go ahead and open the eyes, release the arms, and we'll just make our way. Hopefully, you have access to a yoga mat onto your back a little bit for the movement portion of our practice. And from your back, and you don't have to be on your back. You could also maybe do this from a chair, easier on your back. We're just going to bring knees to chest, wrapping the arms around them if you want, just giving yourself a big squeeze, big hug. And then returning the soles of the feet to the mat, we're going to start to find a little bridge. So as you inhale, we'll lift the arms off the mat, lift the butt off the mat, lift the back off the mat, finally coming all the way into the upper back as the arms come overhead. Imagine shining the heart up toward the ceiling and then exhaling, rolling it all back down. Just take 3 of those. So another one lifting all the way up, opening up, exhaling down. And a final one, lifting the tail, lifting the middle back, lifting through the back, and then back down. From here, we'll just roll over onto our side and find your way to a tabletop position. And cat cow is really good for everything. So we're going to take a little cat cow on your inhale, rolling your shoulders back, rolling your chest up again, imagining that your heart is just shining straight up at the ceiling. And then exhaling, rounding the back, looking between the knees. Another one just like that. And then a third one. And from here, we're going to come up to our knees. So you're in a kneeling position. We'll take a little mini camel, but your back's probably not super warmed up right now. So be very gentle with yourself. Just bring your hands to your hips and then roll your shoulders back. Look up at the ceiling, tiny little back bend. And then look forward. Then on your next inhale, look up and back and lift your right or left hand, doesn't matter, up to the ceiling. Look up, bigger back bend. Exhale, bring that back forward. Hand to hip. And then we'll lift the opposite arm up, looking up toward the ceiling, lifting the chest. Exhaling the hand back down. And then go ahead and come to a cross-legged seat. And we'll play with a little open arms and eagle arms. So more for the chest, more for the opening of the heart. Bringing hands to heart. Just open your arms up wide, pushing the shoulders back, pushing the elbows back, really lengthening through the fingers, spreading out through the palms, pushing the chest forward. Then on your exhale, you're going to give yourself a hug, your left arm on top, just wrapping it around tightly. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, hugging yourself again, this time right arm on top. Inhaling, open. Hugging yourself, left arm on top. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, right arm on top. And then one more that'll be a little bit of a yogi's choice. Inhale. Exhale, give yourself that hug left arm on top. And if you're the sort of person who likes to twist your arms around each other, you can bring the forearms closer to parallel, backs of the hands come together, or the palms of the hands come together for eagle arms. Looking up, lifting the arms up, feeling the chest lift, feeling a stretch across the shoulders. And then release the arms out wide. And this time another hug, right arm on top. And same deal here. You can just wrap the arms around each other if you want, or stay in that hug, lifting the elbows, feeling a stretch across the shoulders. And then releasing that, we'll bring our right leg out long. Sole of the left foot is inside the right leg. And then, sorry, left, whichever leg is out long. The right hand comes outside the right leg if the left leg is long, opposite if you're on the opposite side. And we'll just push forward, rolling onto that front shin, opening through the chest, pushing the hand back, pushing the hips forward, pushing the heart open. And then come right on back down. And then we'll just switch legs. So this may be your right leg or your other leg comes out long. Sole of the left foot is inside the left leg. Left hand planted, or opposite of all that if you're on the other side. And then lifting up the right hand, pushing the hips forward, pushing the chest up. And then coming right on back down. And we'll come back to kneeling and find our way to a forward fold here. We're going to come up to standing for just the tiniest little moment of this practice. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up and overhead toward the ceiling, finding a little back bend. Exhaling, hands to heart. And then plant ground into your left leg. Your right leg steps out wide. And give yourself a wide enough stance here that you can bend into the right knee. So you're coming into these sort of warrior legs, heel to arch alignment here. So parallel the left foot to the back of the mat. Right front knee is bent. Arms come open, and we're going to come straight back to peaceful warrior. So flipping the right palm up, left hand comes down. Just look up, big stretch through your right side waist. And then stand back up. And we'll just switch our feet. Bending into the opposite leg, arms come parallel. New front knee bends. And then we'll flip that forward hand. Back hand comes down, front hand comes up, peaceful warrior. And then coming straight on down, bringing the feet to 9 to 45 degrees. So they're pointing at the edge of the mat here. Just come to a little bit of a wide-legged forward fold, and then walk your hands out a little long. Set your knees down one at a time, and we're just going to come to kneeling again. And this time we'll come to puppy pose. So big heart opener that looks a little goofy, but the hips stay over the knees. The arms walk out long, the torso comes down, and the forehead can come to the mat, or the chin can come to the mat. Big back bend here. The chest is close to the mat. If it doesn't come to the mat, you can set it on a block or pillow, or just lean into this. Take a few breaths. And then let's push ourselves back up to tabletop, and we'll come back onto our backs. From here, I will turn my camera off, And I invite you to do the same if you want to. And find a position that feels comfortable, that feels good for you. We're going to take our 10-minute, our just little mini yoga nidra here. So all you need to do here is relax, find a comfortable resting position, and start to bring your awareness to your breath, allowing all effort to fall away and feeling again that the breath is flowing straight into your heart space and back out. As you breathe here, maybe imagine that as you inhale, there is a glowing green light in the center of your chest. And as you exhale, returning that fresh green light into the external world. Inhales, imagining that you're drawing energy and nourishment in because you are. And exhales, imagining returning that energy back. Let's take a moment here to find an intention. So this is an I am statement in the present tense, best case scenario related to your sense of loving person, place, or thing, the world around you, or maybe just I am love. Find that intention. Repeat it to yourself. Now, on your next inhale, return your attention to that green light at the center of your chest. Exhaling out green and imagining as you do so a beautiful, lush summer landscape in the height of summer. You're in a world alive with abundance. Picture a soft meadow surrounded by trees. Leaves on the branches are a deep, saturated green. You can sense a benevolent, abundant, giving earth everywhere you look. Notice the trees and the plants around you. Notice their leaves unfurling, reaching toward the sun. Imagine that they are breathing with you. As you inhale, you're taking in the oxygen that they release. As you exhale, you're returning the carbon dioxide that they need. Notice the ease of this symbiotic relationship. Notice the effortlessness of giving and receiving. From your place in this landscape, find a comfortable position, returning your awareness to the green light at the center of your chest. Inhaling, breathing in oxygen. Exhaling, returning energy to the world around you. From here, let's find our intention again. that I am statement in the present tense. And now let go of the intention, let go of the visualization. Allow yourself to rest here for just a moment. Maybe repeat to yourself one more time here. I am love. I am loved. And as you're ready, you can leave your cameras on or off. I'll turn mine back on. Come on back to your favorite comfortable seated position. All right, super short little journey to the forest today. We didn't stay there long. So, homework for the week. This is all about love and abundance. Your homework is maybe to find one thing that you can do to show others that you love them this week, and find one thing that you can do to allow yourself to receive love. And if you have to write it down, that's fine. Thanks for being here, guys.